Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my Saturday photo chats. So today we should all be photographing at the local Sprint store or the T-Mobile store or the Apple store because none of these are going to exist in 10 or 20 years. Everything changes so quickly. But we are in the moment now and we don't see it going away. I can't walk into a department store and photograph their typewriter display because there is no more typewriter display. But there was a time when I was younger when there was, and I could. I can't photograph inside of the camera store because there aren't as many camera stores left like when I was growing up. I can't walk down 57th Street in New York City and photograph all the shop windows full of cameras because there aren't any. But there used to be. But while we're in it, it's hard to see what we're experiencing that needs to be documented because we assume it'll always be there. And it changes slowly. Like a person losing their hair, they don't see all their hair gone in one day. It's just a hair a day. And later they go, hey, wait, I'm way different looking. Yeah, but it's slowly happening. Well, our world is constantly changing right now, and we have to document it in a way by being a visionary, to be able to see that this isn't going to always be here. The fact that we look at photos of people in old general stores, somebody made those photographs that most people would say, why? What would you bother doing that for? And now we look at them and we go, wow, that's really special. That's the number one thing I think that we work as photographers to do is to think about what it is that we're shooting and why. People say, I don't know what to photograph. Go photograph ordinariness. Go photograph the way people do things today because it's constantly changing. And the more it changes, the more those photographs become valuable. And we're really in a place where we are, well, let's think about like one place I can think of in particular. I did a Roy Stryker post on a video store. I was going through some archives and I found a picture of Mary Lee at a video store. And I did a post about it. And it's wonderful. Because in that post, I get to go back to the video store. I get to go inside and see what titles were available. I get to see how they were displayed. I get to see what the employee pics were. I get to see the other people in the store and how the store was laid out. I can't go to a video store anymore. There are no video stores. I think there is one Blockbuster left in Portland, Oregon. But except for going to Portland, there are no video stores. And if you're in Portland, go photograph the Blockbuster. But the point is, photographs let us go back to things that don't exist. But they did. They were a big part of our world. But we didn't notice that they were going away. And photograph your camera store. Those are slowly going away, unfortunately. Photograph the places that are new tech and old tech. Photograph the things that are places that you might want to revisit. Because it was great for me to be able to say, hey, let's look at this photo of this video store. Hey, let's go back in time and see it. And I'll put a link to the video store picture. You can see it. It's like one of those things where if you're wondering what's the point of photography, that's the point of photography. Photography only gets better with age. As things disappear around the photograph keeps that time stopped forever. It's a moment in our world that didn't change. It just stays put. What a fascinating thing photography is. The ability to freeze moments. Because before photography, there was no way to do it. In fact, the reason that people used to shoot post-mortem photos of family members who passed is because they had never had the money or the ability or the opportunity possibly to go make that photograph while that person was alive. And now that they passed, they're like, we either make it now or we'll never remember what they looked like. There'll be no record. Photography has the ability to stop time and keep one thing, the moment that we're in it. And that's a fascinating, historically significant thing, especially for family documentary and documenting our world. So go make that ordinary picture. Someday that picture of that Volvo outside is going to be fascinating because cars won't have wheels or steering wheels anymore. They'll hover and they'll be driverless. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. I welcome your comments. If you can support, hit the Patreon. Thanks so much for all my supporters. I'll be back next time. We'll talk more photography. As always, here's to good light.